Today, I'm going to be ranking all 7 of the head coach hirings and ranking them on a lettered grade. The first one, I think, is the worst coach hiring, is Brian Schottenheimer. He was the head coach. He was the OC for the Cowboys, and they moved him up. I give this a C or a D+, a D+ to a C. And that's because the problem with Brian Schottenheimer is he's basically just Mike McCarthy, but probably a little bit worse. I don't know if the players respect him as much as players respect Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy said he was calling plays this season, so I don't even know if Brian Schottenheimer was calling plays. It's not going to be much different than it was last year. I just think he won't have as much respect for the players won't have as much respect for him as they did for Mike McCarthy. So I think they didn't get any better, and it would have been a lot better if they just swore to retain Mike McCarthy. Now, on number 6, I would put Kellen Moore because he obviously wasn't the best choice for head coach. The Eagles were a great offense, and that was a great job, but I don't know if he's head coach material. With the Chargers, when he went there as the OC, he wasn't the best. The Chargers weren't a great team. He got fired. And I don't know if it was all his fault, but because some of it was definitely the head coach. But I don't know if he was the best OC when he was there. So I would give him like a C+ because I think his offense is fine. And with the Saints, I don't see how they could have done much better because the Saints aren't the best job. So Kellen Moore after 2 years is probably not going to be there because I don't think the Saints are going to be very good. But they do have win now talent, and I think that offense can be a good running team if they can get the offensive line right because Alvin Kamara is him. Okay, now for number 5, I would put Liam Cohen there because I think he's a good coach, but the coaches ahead of him are, I think, very good. So I would put Liam Cohen at 5. And I think he would be good for Trevor Lawrence. And I would give this head coaching grade probably a B because the Jags needed someone who could work with quarterbacks. He worked with Baker Mayfield and made Baker Mayfield very good. I think he did the same thing with Geno Smith. Or maybe, and I don't know if it was Geno Smith. Maybe it was someone else. But he's a very good OC. And I think he'll help Trevor Lawrence. He reaches full potential, but I don't know what else he is. I don't know if he's a great leader. He's a new head coach. And it wasn't like his offenses were insanely good. He's just very good at developing QBs, and that's what the Jags need. So that's why he's at 5, and he gets a B. Now, at 4, I'll put Pete Carroll there. He's a great head coach, and I think the only problem with him is I don't know if he's great for the timeline of the Raiders. The Raiders don't have a quarterback. They're thinking about drafting a guy. I don't know if you want to draft a guy when you have a 70-year-old head coach. And Pete Carroll would have been better for a team like the Jags, but the Jags probably didn't want him. I mean, Pete Carroll is a great coach. He's going to set a culture in the Raiders. The Raiders aren't going to be too bad, but the AFC is a very hard conference. In their division, they had 3 playoff teams, and 1 team had a rookie quarterback, and I think all those teams are going to be better next season. Pretty much. So, I don't know if this is great for the Raiders exactly, but I think Pete Carroll is a great head coach, and he's probably the second guy. Like, if you were to say, I want them to win the first year, I would go Mike Vrabel and Pete Carroll, but it's about long term, and I think Pete Carroll is going to either retire in 3 years, or the Raiders might fire them because they fire coaches fast. So, but Pete Carroll is a good coach. I gave that a B+. So now we're down to 3, and I think Aaron Glenn is number 3. I would give that also a B+ for the Jets. I think he gets to the cultural, and I think he would be great for the Jets defense. I think the Jets defense would be a lot better. Problem is, they did bring in, I think, the QB coach for the Lions as their OC. So hopefully that will improve whoever they draft at quarterback. or whoever they sign, and the offense could be good. But I don't know how much better the Jets are going to be. Aaron Glenn, the last time we went with a defensive head coach who had a great defense was Robert Saleh, and that didn't work out great. And I think the Jets will have a good defense, but I don't love Aaron Glenn. I think there was better people, better like coaches they could have hired. So yeah, Aaron Glenn had 3 at a B plus, but he could be a very good coach. And I don't think he's running the defense, and I think he can set a culture like Dan Campbell. Now at number 2, I have Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is a very, very, very good coach. He had the Tennessee Titans go to a AFC Championship game, and with Derrick Henry and AJ Brown, and Arthur Smith got Brian Tannehill doing very well, but Mike Vrabel hired him. He could hire good. He knows good OCs, and he hired what's his face, Mike McDaniels. I think he did good with Mac Jones. He made a trash quarterback, Mac Jones, play at a Pro Bowl level. So I like that OC, and I think the Patriots have a great defense, a history of great defense, and I think that nothing's going to change with that. I think their defense is going to be good. It should be even better, and they have a lot of cap space, so I love this hire for the Patriots. I give this an A. Now for Ben Johnson to the Bears. This is the best head coaching hire. I give this an A plus, and he's young. He has potential to be a great head coach. For the OC with the Lions, Jared Goff, people are saying he's done. He's trash. They'd be surprised if they did anything. And he made Tim good, like he looked in LA. And Jared Goff got paid $55 million a year after being a throw-in a Matthew Stafford trade. So I like that a lot for the Bears. I think, and especially with the fit with Caleb Williams, a great quarterback who just wasn't as good this season, held the ball for too long. So yeah, I like this a lot for the Bears. I think they need offensive guys in. I love the D coordinator he signed, Dennis Allen. He was a great DC for the Saints. It was just they hired him as a head coach, and he wasn't a great head coach. So yeah, I think the Bears won, and I think Ben Johnson, it might take a few years, but he'll make Caleb Williams a top 10 quarterback, maybe even top 5 in the NFL. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was me ranking the 7 head coaching hires. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.